Good afternoon. Well, we had a long week off and we kind of missed each other. So we're going to start this wellness gathering, focusing on get your happy on to the core principles of core alignment. And Lynn is going to start us off with a few questions.
Yes. So yeah, we're going to be looking at, being the master of walking in happiness and with happiness. And so we are going to start the our time together a little differently. I have put some instructions in the chat, and how we're going to start it is I will start and I am going to give these three instructions to one of you, and then you will in turn give those three instructions to the next person. So the instructions are: tell us a thought that's in your mind, tell us a sensation in your body, and tell us a feeling in your heart.
Ooh.
So I'm going to start, and I'll give to Don Marie because you just popped up here on my screen. So tell us a thought in your mind.
Well, I'm looking at my picture, and my thought is I forgot to take my rollers out of my braids.
Thank you. Oh.
Oh, multitasking.
Oh, that's awesome. Tell us a sensation in your body.
A sensation that I'm feeling in my body. I'm Dawn Marie, and I'm from Sacramento, California. And the feeling that I have in my body right now is a warmness.
Cool. Awesome. Tell us a feeling in your heart.
Grateful.
Hmm. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So I'll just invite you to give those instructions. Yeah, you can say your name, say where you are, and then Dawn Marie will give you the instructions.
I don't see the instructions in the chat, Lynn.
Oh, okay. Let me just put them in again. Maybe I'll just put them in here again. There. You see them now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool.
Olive, tell us a thought in your mind.
Hello, I'm Olive and I'm in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. A thought in my mind is that today's session is going to expand my mind.
Tell us a sensation in your body.
Well, I've got my hands wrapped around my cup of tea, so I too have a warm sensation in my body.
Tell us a feeling in your heart.
Feeling in my heart today, because it's Remembrance Day, is one of remembering.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now it's my turn to ask Lorraine. So Lorraine, tell us a thought in your mind.
I'm Lorraine. I'm from British Columbia, the East Kootenays, Wassa. A thought in my mind is I'm glad to be back on the Zoom.
And tell us a sensation in your body.
Well, the sensation in my body as I'm sitting, it's feeling pretty good. Just when I stand up and try to walk, it's another sensation.
Tell us a feeling in your heart.
A feeling in my heart is gratitude and like you all of remembering. I had a lot of remembering. I have my friends who are in Candle Lake. They were at the Remembrance Day service there, and Marion sent me a picture, and they look pretty good for 80 plus.
That's great.
Awesome. All right. So Lorraine, you can give it to me.
Okay, Lynn, tell us a thought in your mind.
All right. So my name is Lynn and I'm in Calgary, Alberta. And a thought in my mind is, well, the thought that's in my mind is that I wanted to bring through another practice that I know of that is just really impactful and has been impactful in my life. And the thought is just around how it's so beneficial to tune into what I'm thinking, what my body's feeling, and how I'm actually feeling in my heart, because those three play into this whole concept of being aligned in our core. So that's the thought that's in my mind.
Okay. Tell us a sensation in your body.
Sensation in my body. Well, I feel a little bit of like expanded energy, like I'm feeling really good in my body, but I feel like I would like to dance or do something. I got some energy. I got some energy.
Okay, tell us a feeling in your heart.
A feeling in my heart. Well, the first feeling that came up was trepidation. So I feel in my heart this, I don't know, it's like sort of a soft vulnerability, but sort of trepidation. It's like, um, it's like I want to be kind of like this, but then it's like, no, maybe I should be like this. So it's sort of a discerning of how I'm feeling in my heart.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, so today we're going to be looking at taking a mastery walk with this concept of happiness. And we're going to be going through a process to show you how it's possible to stay in motion with happiness. So tell us something that you've been good at with happiness, Lorraine.
Okay, something that I've been good at happiness. I think I'm good at finding the funny things that we say and we do or we have done, and just finding the humor part in it, even if it was kind of maybe silly or not so good at the time, but to laugh at those occasions.
Hmm, got it. Got it. How about you, Olive?
Um, I think I've been good at sharing the concept of happiness with other people. I've told several people about this process, and my daughter, for one, has embraced it. She said she was having a sad week last week, and on Saturday she just called a friend up, and they went for a hike over at Nose Hill Park. And she said she came back and she felt totally different. So I think sharing this process has been good.
Hmm, awesome. Awesome. How about you, Don Marie?
Well, for me, being happy represents taking care of myself, feeling good when I get up in the morning, no aches in my body, and just able to start my day. And when I go out, then I can be more open to greeting people. And so that starts my day, that it allows me that opportunity to reassess my emotions and don't take them out in public and allow them to maybe make someone else smile.
Hmm, got it. Yeah, it's cool, like fun. Yeah, making things be more funny and finding the humor in things and sharing it. Yeah, I kind of concur that what I've been good at with happiness is tuning into the lightness that I feel around me. Traveling to Mexico and back and being in a different environment and just noticing the people and appreciating people and different environments has made me like it really makes me happy because it's just totally unknown and I really like to be in the unknown. because my mind likes to just always think that I know everything, which I don't. And so I really appreciated the different environment that Mexico offers, especially from where we live here in Canada. And so that makes me happy that there can be such a vast difference in environment. So when you consider this, choosing this state of happiness, what is something that you want to be a master at? Don Marie?
I want to be a master at sharing this happiness to people that I come in contact with.
Got it. How about you, Olive? What do you want to be a master at?
You took the words right out of my mouth, Dawn Marie. I want to be a master at sharing this as well.
Cool. How about you, Lorraine?
Well, I think being a master at happiness, just being spontaneous,
Mm.
a happy, spontaneous person.
Cool. All right. Well, what do we all know about this then? What do we know about sharing it and being more spontaneous? What is it that you know about that part of it? Don Marie?
What I know is that it can be contagious if you're open to receiving it. I think about Lorraine, who invited me to partake in this practice over a year ago, and it's on my calendar. It's something that I really make an effort to participate in because it brings back to me personal self-care. And if I can really feel that on the inside of myself, then when I go out, I don't have to worry about someone knocking me off my balance beam of staying happy, because just driving sometimes can throw you off. So I really am just trying to stay in the middle here and remain happy and consistent. And it's all because of Lorraine. So thank you, Lorraine.
And it's contagious, hey? It's contagious.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
Yes.
How about you, Lorraine?
Um,
What is it you know about being a master at this?
what do I know? I think it's just the fact that we can practice it and be more aware of the whole scenario of just being happy. Because if you're the other way, you're not happy. But I think it's just that it becomes very easy. It really rewires the brain.
Cool. How about you, Olive?
I know that it's easy to achieve. It's easy to find happiness in yourself, and it's easy to pass it on to others. It's not a difficult concept. It just needs to be practiced more.
Got it. So it's easy, it's contagious, and it needs to be practiced. And so we're going to just go through this. We've done this process before. We're going to be going through these levels of a mastery rock through the different levels. And the first one is the capabilities level. So what what capabilities do you need to be more spontaneous with it, practice it, have it be easy, sharing it more? What kind of capabilities do we need? Lorraine?
Capabilities, I think just making sure you're not your mind is clear. Keep your mind clear.
Got it. How about you, Olive?
Um, You need to be kind of in touch with your feelings. You need to take a look in the mirror and say, okay, how do I feel today? And how can I go about improving my mood or maintaining a good mood?
Cool. Cool. Marie?
I would have to say, for me, creating this affirmation of being happy. Because when I look at all of the affirmations that I have on my bathroom mirror, it reminds me to, as I'm brushing my teeth, to stay happy, stay positive, don't sweat the dumb stuff. All of these things that remind me to be conscious and be present in the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that some of the capabilities that I feel is required is an openness to question the moment if I am not, or just where I'm at, and an openness to observe where I'm at in any given time. Keeping my mind clear, the feelings, how do I feel, and recognizing that sometimes it's not what I think it is.
Yeah.
So as we're moving through this and we go up to where we're practicing this on a more regular basis and we're becoming more successful and competent at this, what values are important to you as you do this successfully? Dawn Marie?
The value for me is to remain optimistic and not allow circumstances when I leave my home to throw me off. Find that way to get back into that happy place and just, block out whatever that negativity may be. So to be able to master that, to not take it on and remain in this happy place in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the value of optimism. Yeah. How about you, Olive?
I think to value being open to happiness, to just have an attitude of positivity.
Mm. How about you, Lorraine?
I think the value that is important to me that to recognize that it reduces stress and it makes your body healthy.
Totally. Yeah. I know it does lighten things up, right? So, yeah. So the values that I see as I'm being more capable at this is, well, I value function and flow. And so when things are functioning well, I value that. So it might be as simple as just tidying up the kitchen after a meal or enjoying preparing a meal or enjoying family coming and going or being okay with how I'm feeling in the moment if it isn't exactly how I want to feel. So, as we are moving through this values position and what we value, who would you say you are serving in this position of being a master in with the state of happiness? Who are you serving? Lorraine?
Who am I serving? I think not only I'm serving myself, I'm serving the people around me. Because that just, the vibes are out there. Rather than having a dark cloud over your head, you got a happy cloud over your head.
Yeah. How about you, Olive?
I
Who
think
you serve?
personally I'm serving myself, but I think by serving myself, then I can contribute to the world around me.
Mhm. Got it. Yeah. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to agree. My higher self is what I'm serving. Because
Mhm.
if my higher self is happy and maintaining the lifestyle that it's supposed to, then I'm going to be able to partake in that as well.
Mhm. Got it. Yes, so serving our higher self. So what would you say your mission is as we are moving more with this state of happiness, serving our higher selves? what would you say your mission is? Dawn Marie?
My mission is not to sweat the small stuff.
Not to sweat the small stuff. A good one. How about you, Olive?
My mission is to try and achieve a state of happiness every day.
Mm, mm. How about you, Lorraine?
Oh, my mission is uh, just to make life worthwhile.
Mm, mm. Yeah, it's so interesting because it can just be a mind shift. Like I noticed I was a bit in a funk this morning, mostly because of going into this state of worry and oh my goodness, because worrying about, painting the worst picture possible as a, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, if I all of a sudden shifted it. I don't know what happened, but I shifted it and stepped into the excitement of things, like how much of a miracle it is that we can make choices and we can create things, and I was applying it to my daughter who has just left for a cruise, a Panama cruise with her boyfriend. And of course, I was in like worry, 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 thinking, oh my God, the worst is going to happen. And then I just kind of realized how much of a miracle, like that youthfulness of doing something for the first time, and they saved all their money and they're going on this trip, and it's like, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's like the world is an oyster, really. It can be just about anything. So, I think it is. It's like making life worth it. Like there's always two sides to a coin. And so what would I want to focus on the worst for? So
And
what is
that's
the
and
vision?
that's and that's Lynn's baby that's going on this
It's my
trip.
baby. My baby's getting on a ship in Fort Lauderdale. Anyways, so what else is possible? So what's the vision you would say you are pursuing or representing? Olive?
The vision I'm presenting is to be a happy person.
Hmm. Dawn Marie?
The vision or purpose that I'm pursuing or reflecting is you can live your best life if you just get present.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. How about you, Lorraine?
Well, you look at the brighter side of life. Isn't there a song?
I think there is. It just went into my ear.
I can't sing it, but
Well, it's true. There's always that, yeah. Well, the vision that I'm pursuing or representing is that I can always make a choice. And if I could choose every 10 seconds, anything is possible. And if I can be present to know that in the moment I'm not choosing happiness, I could actually just choose again. And what can I do to change it? And what else is possible here that I haven't considered? And this is an interesting point of view that I'm having. I know that's the one that I've been practicing lately is interesting point of view. I have this point of view. And what else is possible here? Because there is always so much more going on than what I see or I think. And it's very clear to me after spending this weekend with some lovely ladies that I didn't, met for the first time. It was like there is so much more that I don't see. Like I can get so caught up in my own world, and that is not what's really going on. And so there is something beautiful about us all connecting and getting together. And this is the power of really the power of the feminine energy being complemented by the masculine energy, because the feminine energy is is all inclusive. It's expanded. There's always so much more available, and it's with the guidance of the masculine, right? It's just the mast going through the ocean, but the feminine is really what's carrying us. And so, so what will you take with you from this conversation until we talk again? Olive?
Hmm. Well, I'm going to quote my brother-in-law who always says, "Don't borrow trouble."
Don't borrow
Don't
trouble.
borrow trouble. Most of what we worry about never happens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to quote Stacy. That was what came to my mind.
Awesome. How about you, Dawn Marie?
I would have to say, all things are possible if you just believe.
Awesome. Lorraine?
What I'll take away till we talk again, I think is just the comfort of the conversation that we've had, and know that we can do anything we put our minds to.
Yeah. Well, and what I take away from this conversation until we talk again is, yes, there's so much goodness and support out there. And I just take away this sense of possibility and being supported and leaning into the greatness that is actually there.
Mm-hmm.
And all these beautiful messages, all things are possible. Don't borrow trouble. That's a good one. Yes. And looking at all the things that I'm capable of, keeping my mind clear, how do I feel? What are my feelings? Staying happy and conscious and present on the daily.
Yes.
So what will you take with you that'll support you for the rest of your life, Dawn Marie?
Just what you said, being conscious and recognizing that, there are so many things that are available to us if we, get that stinking thinking out of our heads and just embrace how blessed we are. We woke up, we get to see another day. So those are things that are really on the forefront of my mind to really remaining happy and healthy in these next decades of my life if I get that opportunity.
How about you, Lorraine?
What I'll take away till for the rest of my life, I think is just being. When you wake up, just look at the sun, even if the sun isn't out there. Pretend it's out there. Look
I
at the
think
sunny
that's
side of
another
life.
song too.
Yeah, look at that sunny side of life. Oh, dear.
Yeah. How about you, Olive?
I think to support me for the rest of my life, I will take the idea of making the pursuit of happiness a priority.
Yeah. Well, what I take away is this sense of celebration. Even in there's celebration going on today for Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. It's like there's this sense of celebration, and even though the celebration is around the appreciation of those that have served, right? And those that have, supported other people and whatnot. But it's a celebration. And so I just think that celebration is what I'm going to take away, that there's always an opportunity to celebrate. And that might just be, being grateful for something, or just looking at the miracle of things that we can make choices and we can change our mind in a second. So, so awesome. Thank you
Okay.
for